This is the girls under 17 singles scale. They are under the starters' hands. The orange light is on. What will we see from Wool in lane number 5? I suspect she'll sit back in the first bit, and as we see in the last 1,000 metres of all of her races, she pushes through like Mahi Drysdale straight to the front and has about 10 to 15, even 20 lengths lead on the rest of the field by the time she finishes. So they're underway, folks. The girls under 17 singles scale, sponsored by Ashburton Health First, and we thank Dr. Charlotte Cox for her kind support. And she'll be hoping that she gets to present the medal to her own daughter, Veronica Wool, who's started very nicely. Veronica takes a little look across the left lane and fairly comfortable, but the bow ball of lane number 5 goes straight to the front. This is the Ashburton College number sculler. We'll get a rate on them for you. The rest are sitting on around 38. Veronica's on 29.7. 29.7 from Veronica Wool. We'll take Stella Blake down here in lane number 8. What's she on from Marlborough Girls? Stella sitting on 35.5. Then we go to Wellington Girls in lane number 7. She's sitting possibly a little bit lower, and a cool 30.4. We go back to Veronica Wool. She now has a length lead. Veronica with a length. The Ashburton Sculler sitting on 29.9, so she's working a little bit harder than we saw in the semi-final. The New Zealand selectors will be watching this race with interest. I think she might have been asked just to push it a little bit harder to see what she could do. So the girls under 17 single, and Veronica Wool has broken Clearwater. Second would be lane 2, that's Aratia College, Anna Macquarie. That name rings a bell from the North Island Secondary School champs. Then we'd come back into lane number 3, that is Sacred Heart Girls, New Plymouth. Then we'd come across to the outside lane by the camera boat, that's Stella Blake, Marlborough Girls College. Then we go to lane number 4, that's Rangitoto College, Claudia Waite. So the girls under 17 single, and I can tell you as we come through the 500 metre mark, Veronica Wool has 1.5 lengths of clear lead over the next, which would be Aratia, but on the improve is Sacred Heart Girls, New Plymouth. And I tell you what, there's a lot of people stopping down the side of the course, having a look at this race, particularly umpire boats. Just as we come through the 500 metre mark, there's 5 umpire boats watching this race. And it's Veronica Wool now, 2 lengths lead over lane number 2, which is Aratia College, Anna Macquarie. But lane 3, Sacred Heart, that's Georgia Keach, is on the improve. And so is Stella Blake in lane number 8. Stella Blake going very nicely as they come through the 550 metre mark gone. Veronica's down now. She's down on a very low rate. Oh, folks, this is just unbelievable, the power of this young sculler, this 15-year-old girl from Ashburton College. She's on 28, folks, and she's got 3 lengths lead. Let's have a look at her. It's the leg drive, folks. We'll see if the camera can pick that leg drive up for you. The leg drive in this single is phenomenal. She picks the water up on the blade. Nice square blade as she goes in. There's no tilting of the blade, and it's a perfect catch for Veronica Wool. And the rest of the field's down to a crawl. So is Veronica almost. Seems to be a very low pace. I guess this is the under 17 single, a little bit slower than some of the 8s and things we've seen earlier in the day. Veronica Wool now has 4 lengths lead and is down on 27.5. It's the leg drive, folks. She hooks on the back. Her back is completely solid. Her shoulders are forward off the catch, and she's just driving pure speed and pure grunt with the legs. I'll tell you who's on the improve, Marlborough Girl, Stella Blake. So we'll leave Veronica for a little bit. We'll come to second place, which will be Sacred Heart Girls, New Plymouth. Third will be Aratia College. Fourth is Marlborough Girls, but Stella Blake's on the move. Stella Blake in the lane number 8. I think she might be able to hear us, folks. She takes a little look across, looks at the Aratia Sculler, and she's picked her up. Stella Blake is in third place from the top of the South Island. She's had a lot of tussles with the single sculls through the South Island champs. She's had a lot of tussles, and now she's moving towards second. Stella Blake's on the move. She's trying to get over top of Sacred Heart Girls, Georgia Keach. She's got third place, Stella Blake. Fourth is sitting with Tier College, that's Anna Macquarie. Then we'd go to the inside lane, Wellington East Girls College, which is Isabella Cook for 5th. 6th would be lane 4, Rangitoto. 7th would be with lane 7, which is Wellington Girls College, and 8th is lane number 6. We go back up to the top sculler, Veronica Wool. She's out clear now, 5 lengths lead. And she's starting to bring a bit more swing into the stroke. You can see she's a bit more aggressive. We're going to bring this one right to the finish line for you folks. 26.7 from Veronica. Veronica Wool, can she get a junior trial? That's the question. Will she be in the team? You'd have to say there's no doubt at this stage. She's got the under-16 single. Hopefully nothing happens in the last 750 for her, because she's on her way to another one. 2 out of 3, one more to go. The under-18 single, can she do it? Stella Blake still sitting in 3rd spot. 2nd place is sitting with Georgia Keach from Sacred Heart Girls. So the Grand Slam hopeful is at the front. Then 2nd is Sacred Heart Girls New Plymouth. 3rd would be Marlborough Girls, coming under a bit of pressure though from Aotea. We're coming through 7:50 to go. This one's a little bit easier to commentate, I have to admit folks, because Veronica Wool makes it very easy for everyone, including herself. She's out in front now, 6 lengths lead. She's got about 40 to 50 metres on the rest of the field. We'll get another watch on them for you. Give her a round of applause, folks, on the back there by the camper vans as she goes past, because Veronica Wool, she's a star for the future. Coached by her father. What's she on now? 27. 27 from Veronica Wool. Stella Blake going nicely in lane number 8, starting to crank a little bit. And I tell you what, Stella Blake's improved a whole lot. She's moved into 2nd place. Stella Blake's in 2nd place. Then we'd go to Sacred Heart Girls Georgia Keach. Folks, watching Veronica Wool through the season, it's like 2 completely different races. There's the race of Veronica, there's the race of the rest.
On 32. What an amazing performance for this young lady, one of the top scullers in the country. You're going to hear an awful lot more about this young lady. She's got the under 18 to come. She's already won the under 16. She's being chased along by the crew that got 3rd at the North Island Championship, Sacred Heart Girls New Plymouth, which is Georgia Keach. She's going along pretty well, but boy, she's got some ground to pick up on the winner, which I'm pretty sure they won't do. They're about 400 metres out from getting the buzzer. And then we go on the right side, we go right out to the Marlborough Girls, 2nd at the South Island Championships 2 weeks ago. Stella Blake, I would think that she's up into 3rd place, but some real pressure going on her from the team from Rangitoto College. That's Claudia Waite. We saw her 3rd in the under-16s earlier on in the day. And right down to the inside, Wellington East Girls College, Isabella Cook. So we go back to the leaders. We go across the 2 on the far side, 7 and 6, just back off the pace a bit. That's Wellington Girls College, Nina Lawrence, and Huanui College, Maddie Parker. But it is Ashburton through the yellow boys. She goes. Veronica's gone. She opened up a big lead just before she got to Alcatraz Island, and she's just increased that lead all the way. And she's still been chased along. Back in about 3rd through the 1,000 was Sacred Heart Girls from New Plymouth, but she's come up into 2nd place. She's been 2nd since the 1,000-metre peg. She's brought along with an Aotea College. Aotea College was the North Island champions. That's Anna Macquarie out of Aotea. And right on her left-hand shoulder, only 3/4 of a length below, is Wellington East Girls College. Right out the far side, Marlborough. One of the sleeper lanes out there in lane number 7. She's going to be in the middles out there. We almost have her up in 2nd place. You'll see that the Sacred Heart girl had a good look across just to see how far she was away. She was runner-up at the South Island Champions 2 weeks ago, and she's up into the silver medal position here. That's Stella Blake. Stella Blake right out there in lane number 7, and then we go to Sacred Heart. What an impressive performance, and good on you for getting in behind the young lady. She has done she's now got the one big one to go. Marlborough will take the silver medal, and it will be followed up by Sacred Heart Girls New Plymouth, Georgia Keach, and then we come down the inside, Aotea College just by a nose in front of Wellington East Girls College, and then we go into the middle of the course. That's Rangitoto College, and we go onto the outside ones, Wellington Girls College, and just ahead of her was Huanui College. Brilliant racing from one of the top, well, the top sculler in the country. She'll prove it when she comes to the under-18s.
The day by 5 o'clock, we wouldn't have thought it at lunchtime to get a whole day's racing by 5 o'clock. 10-minute turnarounds have been hard enough by Islam Region. So now down to the South Island rowing team.
right, this is event 22 for the day, the Girls Under 17 Single Sculls. This event is sponsored by Ashburton Health. We have Dr. Charlotte Cox to present the medals. Charlotte rode for New Zealand universities and cycled for New Zealand, which I said we probably shouldn't say cycling today because it's all about rowing. But Charlotte, thank you for being here to present the medals. The winner of the bronze medal for the Girls Under 17 Single Sculls from New Plymouth, Georgia Keach from Sacred Heart Girls College. And Georgia is coached by Jason Williams, her time 8:35.93. The girls will also receive their little oar from Authentic Oars, and we thank Rob McCarthy for donating those. So congratulations to Georgia Keach from Sacred Heart Girls College. The winner of the silver medal for the Under 17 Single Sculls from Marlborough Girls College, Stella Blake. Always good to know. She is proudly coached by her dad, Andrew, her time 8:33.94. Silver medal winner, Stella Blake from Marlborough Girls College. And now the Aon New Zealand Secondary Schools Girls Under 17 Single Scull Champion for 2016 from Ashburton College, Veronica Wall. Now you may well wonder why there's a bit of hugginess going on up here, because Veronica Wall is the winner, Justin Wall, her dad, is the coach, and Charlotte Wall, who's presenting it, is mum. Normally our presenters do not kiss the coaches in that manner. This is the New Zealand University's trophy. Let's go. I'm sure it's a team effort. The winners of the gold medal, the Wall family. So we have two dad and daughter combinations on the stage, of course, Stella and Andrew, and Veronica and Justin. But we also congratulate Georgia and Jason. So well done, Sacred Heart Girls College, Marlborough Girls College, and Ashburton College.